Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done one of these top 10 team fights breakdowns where I am doing an exercise about me trying to be concise and have some good points and basically practicing analyzing team fights. Now, the reason to why it's been such a long time is because I have switched up my exercise program, meaning that I now have 4 exercises that I vary throughout uneven and even weeks. So at even weeks I will be doing X and Y exercise, and on uneven weeks I'll be doing A and B exercise. So that's why, seeing that this is now an uneven week, I will be doing this. It's week 37, so let's jump into it. It's top 10 team fights from MSI 2016. It's starting to become a little dry in terms of team fights, so I might have to look for something else soon that isn't team fights. It might be like replays or anything like that. But I'm thinking, let's jump into it.
And now Darshan is going back to reset. So RNG really want this 5th dragon, but they have.
Oh, by the way, remember, so the thing that I do is that I listen to the play-by-play cast, and we watch over the actual fight. Then I turn on a timer, 25 seconds today, and I start to analyze. And I have 25 seconds to start my point, wrap it up, and pass it on to a colorcaster or a play-by-play caster.
Have to be careful. If they don't get the right fight, a lost fight loses them the game, even if they can steal the dragon. Here comes a teleport. This is it.
This could be the fight that ends it. Darshan's running in. He's got the Maelstrom and he's got Looper. Remember, there's no hammer. The voice of light goes down and a good collateral damage. Marta! He found Hui! Royal never give up. They've got 2 of CLG. They've got a 3rd. That's a triple kill for Whoosh. He's looking for more.
Stixxay! Are you kidding me?
Got a triple of his own. Teleport's coming down for Looper. Quadra kill for Stixxay. Here comes Looper. Stixxay's looking for the fight. He's got a lot of damage to deal with. He's got a lot of traps to work with. He's chasing it down. This is for a Penta. Running away with his life.
It's so
close. Against the wall. Stixxay continues to fire away. Looks for the headshots. The 90 caliber net follows through.
One more.
The longest fight ever. Looper wins it.
What the hell was that, Stixxay? Just kites for so long. That fight started out super well for CLG, but RNG, they come out ahead with Luba picking up a kill on Stixxay that forces them away from that dragon, and it also means that there's no Baron buff on the hands of CLG right now. I did not know I could get that far up. So I was like, Looper! Man, okay, so first of all, as a colorcaster, you want to have like, or as a play-by-play caster as well, you want to have like 8 different vocal tones you can use in your vocal range. I don't think that I have complete control over the high vocal tones for me, but I think I'm doing a great job at using them in my cast. Now that was a high vocal tone. I think that fit in super well. I used 22 seconds. And I think that honestly, this was just giving it a go. I feel like for such a high intensity fight, and with only Duba being up, there's really no reason to start talking about CLG or RNG pushing in and finishing off this game, because that just won't happen. So instead, just feel the energy, be hype, and well, drop your brain and go crazy in analyzing it, which was what I feel like I did there. Could have hit more on like the actual fight between Stixxay and Looper. I could have said something like, Stixxay's denied the pentakill X, Y, and Z, instead of saying, okay, the fight looks so good for CLG, but they turned out poorly for them. That is something that I could have done if I wanted to, but I didn't. In the heat of the moment, that's not what I want. That's not what I felt like, so I just did something else.
The longest duel to fend off the pentakill from.
That you can hear. That's what Jad literally does. It's like, oh my god, that fight was so long and no pentakill for Stixxay. Literally what? Oh, not literally, but somewhat along the lines of what he said.
to clear wards in the Baron area and prep a fight.
And you have to give some props to CLG.
There they go on a Mata again. Darshan gets blown up!
He's taken so much damage. The hammer sends him for his life and the kill secured. Stixay's running. Royal never give up. They haven't give up. They've got themselves a double. That's a triple kill for Whoosh. Counter Logic Gaming. They thought they had position. They thought they had it, but they didn't. It's a quadra for Royal.
Whoosh fights back.
With that quarter right here for Vooks, CLG could very well just lose the game. RNG, they come up huge. They kill Darshan to begin with. Then they get a hit onto Stixay with the Shurima Shuffle. And there's literally nothing that CLG can do. RNG, they can just push down the base with 4 members of CLG dead. Alright, so 21 seconds. I think I repeated myself a bit too much in that when I was analyzing that fight. Again, it's a very intense team fight that could very well decide the swing of the game. So again, it's more like just try to do some analyzing, because that was actually a huge fight for Xiao and Vux. But more or less just try and feel the energy that's pumping through people here at MSI. But I think I repeated myself too much, saying that, okay, quarter kill for CLG, that should be fine. You don't have to mention that 4 members are dead from CLG again. That's not necessary.
Back with the quad. Cooldown on his E, the quick draw Mata, trying to bait potentially a flash by saying, I'm gonna taxi to this, so if you're staying too close, I can flash for you.
Mata in the front, and it looks like Royal wants to cut off the getters of the mid lane right here to go for the inhibitors instead. SKT forced to run back towards the Baron pit, and here's the engage. Wolf picks one up, Mata low, but he's gonna stay alive for now. Into the backline, Faker knocks back Looper, then Duke does the same thing, and now Maokai is not part of this fight anymore, and it's the push on for the Dragon. SKT wants it, Mata's ulti is gone, and it will be the Dragon picked up by Faker's damage, and Royal are gonna run away. Back to the mid lane, Looper tanking, looking for the play into the front line. They're gonna look for a little bit more, but Wolf picks up Faker. Mata gets a knockback. They're going for Bang. He's gone. Whoosh gets it. He's exhausted though, and a trade kill comes in. Faker's gone. Whoosh has 2. He's still alive. Another Miracle XG. Then on to Duke. A triple kill. Make that the Guardian Angel. The 4th will happen. Duke is the only one alive. Flashes away. He's gonna try to trade one back. He is gonna get one, but it's a full house for Royal, and they should.
An ace comes in here for RNG. SKT, they forced themselves into a bad position. They have to deny away the 5th dragon from RNG, but they get aced, and now RNG, they can push for the base in this 60-minute long game. Oh, my math is so bad. Okay, so that's, I used 17 seconds, if my math is not too bad. I have 8 seconds left over here. I'm not that good at math. Oh man, so I feel like today's video, the theme is just long, like team fights in long drawn out games where it's all about just winning that team fight. It's the late game, and you have to feel the energy. I feel like that's the theme of today. I think this was honestly a super good analyzing, saying that SKT, they forced themselves into a bad position, which was basically what happened. You don't need to analyze more, because RNG are just about to win this game. So just saying that SKT, they had to go in and force away that 5th dragon, but they're caught, and RNG, they literally just dump a load on them. I didn't say that. With RNG just winning that fight against SKT is literally all you have to say in terms of analyzing, I feel like. And I'm feeling the energy once again.
Just an extra link or 2, I think, in those. As there's the on the hunt popped. The culling comes down as well as Archer able to get out, but that's the whip. Tempered Fate. Darshan finds his way in. Stamash, one more, and that'll get the somebody throws down the ultimate. Aldrin in there as well. There's the slam against the wall. Aphromoo in trouble. Stamash somehow alive. Not sure how that worked out. There's now Dumbledore forced to use the flash magical journey. Takes it to get himself relatively safe. And now Archu throwing piercing lights through. Darshan in there while growth comes down. Naru picks up the kill. And Supermassive now continuing the onslaught. There are such low health
Oh.
from Thaldrin. 2 more. Archer picks up one, Naru the other. That's a double in the end for the mid laner, and Supermassive come out huge.
Towards the end of that fight, Thaldrin just comes up huge. With his ultimate, is able to knock up 2 members of CLG and secure that fight for Supermassive. Now, they can turn onto that Baron. I know they're all the way down towards the bottom side of the map, but there's 30 seconds before Xmithie comes up, and 2 other members are dead on the side of CLG. And Supermassive, if they just rush up to the Baron, this should be theirs. Alright, so yeah, 25 seconds or so. I think that was fine to analyze the way I did. I think this was actually a good one as well, where you know that it's a high intensity fight. You know that it's Supermassive. It's great for Supermassive to win that fight against CLG, and it means a lot for them. And instead of just saying, okay, I feel the energy, you say, okay, you can hype this up, but you can also say that they can go for the Baron, because the Baron is a real possibility right here. There's no way that they can end the game, but going for a Baron is a way for Supermassive to then end the game later on. So I think that makes a lot of sense, and I think that my analysis of my analytical sense, I think my breakdown of the fight was good. That's all I have to say.
This super massive team fight right there, and they're gonna get the turret afterwards. That was huge for them.
And you can see that Xiaohu has been the beneficiary of that, and NIL has not.
And the teleport's being channeled by MMD. He's arrived north of the river. Looper held onto his. There's a lot of poison stacks on this dragon. It's being focused, but the dragon's reset. Looper's pinned Caster against the wall. Dragon secured by Royal. The box is down, splitting up the river. MMD's jump forward. Lamb's respite means nobody will die yet until Maple is knocked away, pinned against the wall. Xiaohu flashes forward, taking down the damage dealer of NL, while Caster was killed off on the back line. Sword Art's in trouble. Prison down. A flash forward from MLXG. They're going to continue the chase. Sword Art lands a death sentence, but it will only cost him his life.
They got him all.
Ace for Royal never give up, and they peel for Baron.
Straight away they...
In that fight, Flash Wolves are simply not able to get onto Sharu and Vox, and MLXG comes up with a huge Lamb's Respite to save Vox after Mabel gets onto him. They get an ace on the side of RNG, and they turn their eyes towards that Baron. That was again around 17-16 seconds. I don't think this would be a very good throw to a play-by-play if there's not another shoutcaster here. Because saying that they turn their eyes towards the Baron is cool, it hypes up the moment, but you kind of want to add a little bit more to that. And I don't really know what a play-by-play could add on to this. Maybe just saying, okay, yeah, go for the Baron. There's 5 members dead on the side of Flash Wolves, and this could be huge for RNG. And then I could come back and explain it a little bit more. Also, I messed up saying Lambs. It should have been MLXG with the Lamb's Respite instead of me tripping on my tongue, which can happen. It's unfortunate. Just don't screw up again.
And started and rushed.
Oh my god. Oh, I thought they continued. Okay.
KT, Duke is peeled away from the lane looking for a teleport. Faker does not connect with Styx, and Huhi gets chunked out. Teleport from Dashan, but look at Duke, he's not channeled it yet. Baron is being started. Counter Logic Gaming are looking for the purple buff. The hammer throws Wolf into the pit, and CLG get it. Styx is on the front line, flashes, he's down. There's no more damage from CLG, but Huhi's the one that has to do it. He's being jumped on by Duke. They've managed to kill Bang. Both ADCs are dead, and CLG the numbers advantage. They're looking for Faker. They've got him. Xmithie kills Faker. Counter Logic Gaming looking for an ace. They've got Duke chasing him down. Pounce after pounce. And Xmithie tags him, kills him. CLG may have done it.
For the 3rd time in 2 days.
The inhibitor is open in the mid lane. CLG, they can just run it down. They have the Baron buff. They nearly aced SK Telecom, and they're about to pick up the victory right here. Man, that was 10 seconds. I felt the hype. I felt the hype in that moment. I definitely felt the energy. I didn't feel like analyzing this a lot, because I don't think that it was that huge of a fight. Like, okay, you had like Duke, who could have continued to push, and you had like Lamb's Spite not coming out from blank. There's a lot of things that you could talk about off of that fight, but I think that with CLG being basically in the position that they are, where they can just push down mid, I think that's what you should be looking at. That's what you should be talking about, that they can end the game and just hype it up, which it did right there.
CLG will take out SKT.
See if they can contest this dragon. They absolutely have to, but it is going so low already.
They have to go hard. CLG just have to force. They have no...
Get the bind on Mata. Can they do it? Lamb's Spite, Baron, a dragon ain't dying, I should say. Stixay does get Mata. The dragon goes down. It's secured by Xmithy. That is the first one for them. Can they do it? Can you believe? Do you have the faith in CLG? Because they just secured 3. Looking for 4. Looking for it. And can they end on this one?
Are you kidding me? Smithy goes in and he Lamb's Spites to keep the dragon.
CLG, they come up huge in that fight with the Lamb's Spite. Xmithy keeps the dragon alive and is able to ultimately secure that dragon for his team. Now they have to get back, even though they killed 3 members of RNG. Their base is still in... Shut the fuck! What's it called? Is it Rambles? Oh... What's it called? Is it the Rambles, Shambles are still in a... Oh man, what's it? Okay, let me do... No, I don't want to do that. We're done. What I wanted to say towards the end is that CLG's base is still in shatters. Shatters is the word I was looking for, I think. It's still in shatters, and they have to go back and defend. I think that my breakdown was super good, but I just froze when I couldn't remember that word. Fucking shatters. I wanted to say that they have to go back even though they killed 3 members, because they still have to defend their base. It's not like they got an Elder Drake, which you have nowadays in the current League of Legends climate. It's not like they got a Baron, so they can't finish the game. And there's 2 minions coming in from 2 lanes, so... But the breakdown was good. I think that was good. I hit on the most important thing, which was Xmithy stealing away that dragon with the Lamb's Spite, and ultimately CLG securing 3 kills. But you cannot trip over your tongue. That is something you simply cannot do when you have these high pressure situations. And well, this is a way for me to work that out of my system.
CLG are pushing into this one. No team has beaten RNG.
Oh man, this is the same.
CLG need to reset. Flank, it's coming in. It's going to be Looper. Darshan gets the wind up. Where's the pitch? It's not going anywhere, but in comes Looper. Now, Looper is actually going to have to back off, but can they flank again? Darshan.
Oh wait, this is the one with Kobe.
And they're starting to help, but Xiao is shut down by Stixay. I don't know how this one's going to turn out, and that's insane. Looper is going low, but he chrono breaks back. A double kill for Hui. A kill for Hui. Oh, I can't believe it. A triple kill. They're going to win the ace. Looper is down. CLG. Do you believe Kobe?
Are you kidding me? They're going to take down the undefeated team.
I can't beat that. So, as I talked about earlier on, you want to have these semitones in your vocal range, right? And that's Kobe coming up huge with his vocal range right there. I can't beat that. I think that's the perfect moment. That's all of the hype, all of the emotion coming out from this guy, from Kobe, showing that he's super invested in this game and in CLG doing well. I can't beat that. I'm not even gonna try to beat it. Like, I don't think there's any way you can talk about that better. Like, you don't want to analyze the fight, because it was literally just RNG scrambling, trying to get whatever advantage they could. and CLG having more late game damage. And all you really want to do is hype up that CLG is about to win. And Kobe does that in the best possible way that he can do that.
From RNG.
Oh,
No,
going for it.
teleport's coming in very deep towards the bottom side. RNG going for a pincer move. Tempered Fate is available. There's parallel convergence. Wild growth onto Faker very early on in this one as Wolf right in the backline. Juke tries to get the flank. Vengeful Maelstrom is massive. Faker locks down Xiaohu. This could be SKT's team fight as now Whoosh is doing what he can, but it's not quite enough. MLXG still here. They're still fighting. Whoosh is going to fall. And Juke's going to lock that one down. Very low health bars, but SKT, they pull out the miracle fight. They're looking like gods. As Lupa's the last man standing, he's trying to clean up. He gets Faker. Bang, still looking powerful. Does get himself a bit of a shield here. And Lupa's looking like he will survive, but 1 for 4 is fantastic.
Big team fight right here for the two teams. SK Telecom, they come out ahead because they're able to use their front line to protect their backline. Sharu flashes in, but the front line of SKT just collapse on him immediately, shuts him down. And once the carries of SK Telecom, they go low, the front lines once again move forward and protect those guys so that they can clean up this messy fight. 25 seconds. 25 seconds. I think you could have talked more about Barzold and the impact of Sivir, like if she had been able to really have an impact in that fight. Talking about Faker as well with his ultimate, but 2 seconds. Sorry about that. So yeah, as I was saying, I think you could have talked more about the individual players and their impact on that fight. But I think it was cool for me to have a general overview of that fight and say, okay, so this is what happened, X, Y, and Z, the front line, the back line. RNG couldn't get onto that back line because the front line, and then on. Last one.
For Bang and Faker.
Oh, Looper over the top, lots of damage on MLXG. And once again, playing footsies.
They got the Sivir ulti here by SKT moving forward one more time.
Yeah, another pillar comes down, Bang, caught for a second, Timothy gets blank, but not the priority targets. That's another miss on the stun from Looper. Wolf trying to get more done, Marta, Mail flashes over the top, Blank able to lock down the support. Wild Growth comes in and SKT, they look fantastic in this fight. Looper, Chrono breaks his way out, but cannot finish off the Eddie carry, and Blank as well, doing so much work. Xiaohu's dead, Blank as well stays alive.
That's gonna be it!
And this will be game SKT. They finally find the team fight they're looking for.
Duke is just buying time here, rest of SKT rushing straight into the base.
Hey, 2 seconds. Bang comes up huge in that fight. He's able to get onto both Sharu and Marta and kill those guys immediately. And now SK Telecom, they have an open inhibitor in the mid lane. They can just run down with their minions and end this game. 15 seconds. If again, feel the energy. I could have gone hyper. I could have been much louder in terms of my power level, because of the importance of this fight. I'm not quite sure whether or not this is like the quarterfinal or what it is. Group stage. Okay, so it's still a group stage. You don't want to go too hype, but definitely want to emphasize that the fact that this is RNG versus SK Telecom, 2 gigantic Asian teams. But I think the most important thing to talk about in that fight was that the fact that Bang was just popping off. But yeah, I think this is it for today's exercise. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, it's for me to try and improve on me analyzing team fights. I think that I'm getting way better. Also, the fact that I get to generally speak more English with myself helps me a lot in terms of being more concise and speaking clearly. But remember, follow me on different social medias, and I'll see you guys later.